Sports Close-Up with my co-host, Ed Marin. This is Mike Fiorillo. Special show today on bodybuilding, as you can tell by the beautiful trophies in front of us. Two special guests. We have Antonio Cummings. Antonio, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. And we have Garret Leveto. Garret, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. And Ed, since you've been lifting a lot in your day, why don't you start?
Quez, I lifted with you for quite some time, or even watched you when you were down at the Y, but you also lifted several other different gyms, but then I noticed that you came to him recently, right?
Right, yeah.
So and by the way, that is the Keystone Gym. Used to be a body.
What got you into bodybuilding?
Honestly, me and Garret actually talked about that question. The thing that actually got me involved in bodybuilding was, correct me if I'm wrong, I was actually at this party one time. I saw a guy in the magazine, Johnny Jackson. And I'm like, you know what, I want to be like that guy in the magazine. And just being a normal guy, being stubborn, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to stop until I'm that guy. So that's what did it for me.
And I've noticed a lot of times, like when you've been down in the gym and people come to you for help, and you actually volunteer your help, to help them, and they don't stick with it. And I know it really makes you, you're not happy when they do that because you want to see them get better, but you've stuck with your diet and everything. I mean, what's that consist of?
Excuse me, sound like Ed didn't stick with it, that's all.
I never came to him like that. I didn't want to.
Me, it's just more like, it's a process. So like you have to know like, hey, yeah, I want this goal. I know this goal is not going to happen like tomorrow or the next day, but you have to just stay with it. Kind of like if you're going to like mold like a sculpture or something like that, and that's going to be you, for example, that's not going to happen overnight. So you have to be calm enough and focused to know, hey, over time it's going to happen. So whether if I'm doing my diet, my cardio, my working out or whatever, if I consist of all that over time, that goal is going to happen.
Yeah, because I've seen you down there like deadlifting, getting 600 plus deadlifting. And a lot of people don't realize this, but I mean, bodybuilders do go heavy.
Yeah.
A lot of times they think it's just for show, but what does it take to actually get ready for a show?
The overall process?
Yeah.
So so speaking about doing deadlifts is one of my favorite movements. But to me, during the process, it was more like I didn't need to do that movement anymore. So with that being my favorite movement, not doing that, is basically saying I know what I need to do and what I don't need to do. So when you create that whole plan of saying this is what I need to do, as long as you follow those guidelines, then you achieve it. So whether it's just from saying, hey, I might need to do extra cardio versus this guy over here, he might say, you know what, I only have to do cardio maybe like 10 minutes a day versus me, it might be like 15 to 20. So it's about creating a plan, sticking with that plan from start to finish.
So when you go through and you're coming up on a show,
right?
What's your meal plans like?
Basically, it's like the blandest thing possible. Like my food is not food. It's just saying, hey, let me eat this particular meal. Like I'm not actually enjoying any of that food because there's no flavor to it. So as far as the meal plan is more like saying, let me just eat these particular items for a certain purpose versus, this is what it tastes good.
Well, see, Mike would be able to do that quite well because he just scarfs down his food anyhow. He don't even taste it. So
it's true. Thanks. And so now I want to ask some questions. Let's go way back.
Okay.
Known you for a long time.
Yeah.
Went to Meadville schools. Graduated from Meadville. What year?
4 or 5.
Okay. 05?
Yeah.
All right. So I think you probably know my youngest daughter because she graduated in 04. But tell us, going to school, playing these sports?
Yeah. But I play ball and I wrestle too.
Okay, you wrestle. What kind of ball did you play?
Actually both, but in basketball I wasn't too good because I had a temper. So basketball didn't last that long, so I was running back.
Okay, and you had a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a temper back then when you were young.
Yeah.
But you still were a good person. Graduated from Meadville High School. Tell us what happened after graduation.
After that, it was more like, what, I'm going to try to find my own tune or whatever. So I ended up going to Edinburgh. And then there was like, what, I like sports, but it was more like, did I actually like the sport or did I like the training part of it? So after that, I kind of realized I liked the training part versus playing the actual sport. So after that, I got more involved into the weights, started to learn more about diet, started to understand, hey, how can I get more edge on putting on more size? So that's what pretty much happened after that. And then we actually had our first bodybuilder show kind of around this area here, kind of reached for the ring. And I'm like, you know what, it's a local show, so I'll go ahead and try it out.
Sure.
Try it out, had no expectation of even winning. I'm like, hey, let's just go out here, have some fun, and see what happens. So after that, I actually took first place. I'm not sure how that happened. After that, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna switch over from doing power meets to bodybuilding.
And you've been doing it for a long time ever since that. You're getting better and better at it.
Yeah.
You work out at Keystone now. You've been at the Y. You probably see a lot of kids coming from the high school.
Yeah.
Do you ever like try to tell them get on the right track and just did ever because as good as anybody what kid may be going down the wrong track. Do you ever like help them out a little bit?
Yeah. There's actually a guy here. I'm not going to say his name, but I actually met this guy here, and I could tell he was kind of steering down at the wrong path. So during sets, I saw him like watching me and stuff like that. So I walked over to him, started talking to him, seeing like what all the guy was actually about. And he kind of opened up to me, told me some personal things going on. So kind of make sure that, hey, no matter what's going on, whether if I'm on a treadmill or about to lift or whatever, I make sure I approach him and say, hey, how's everything going? How's your day? Give me a spot. Give me someone to talk to, anything like that.
I think you'd be great talking to teams. Talking to different teams in the area about you don't have to be Mr. Right all the time, but as you get older, you got to make the right decisions, go a positive way. Garret, we have you here, so let's ask you some questions. Also, first of all, tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, and so forth.
Well, I grew up Edinburgh and
General McLean?
General McLean, yep.
We beat them a couple weeks ago.
Dang.
Yeah, but I've always had a passion for exercise and fitness. I grew up overweight and out of shape, and then decided one day to hit the weights, and it just kind of started working for me. I like seeing the progress, and I like to push, so that's kind of what got me into this business. So.
And tell us a little bit else what you do.
What I like to do is I kind of explore the realm of pound-for-pound strength. So like, I like to be able to not only deadlift, bench, squat, heavy weights, but I can also, run like a mid 5-minute mile on top and be able to do body weight stuff. So I like the performance aspect of things, and I like, redlining. That's kind of.
You're also doing cardio,
Yeah.
obviously. In the service, correct?
Yes.
Thank you for your service. Why don't you tell everybody about that?
Well, I belong to the 911th Airlift Wing. We belong to the Civil Engineering Squadron, and it's down in Pittsburgh, and it's a really great group of guys that like doing it. So.
And both of you guys, Antonio and Garret, tell us about how much of this, I know it's physical, but it's got to be a lot of mental.
First, this guy is being really modest. Okay. So I did one of his classes already. Okay.
Yeah.
Love the class. He's probably one of the smartest guys I know in and out the gym. Like the way that he can explain things is like so crazy.
Give him the check after.
Yeah, I didn't pay him to say that.
After the show, give him the check.
Yeah. So I did Garrett's class, loved it, and I even pulled him aside after the class. Well, hey, teach me a couple more movements and stuff like that, or whatever. And he took the time out and he did that. So I was like, great, But then after that class, I'm like, wait a minute, he kind of kicked my butt in this class. so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing back. So I
little competition going.
Yeah, I had to contact him. I'm like, hey, we're doing chest this day. Let's go after it, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So no, he kicked my butt again. I'm like, this is me supposed to be winning. He's still going set after set after set. I'm like, this guy does not get tired. And then the worst part is, I will put down a certain weight, he picks it up. And there's maybe a 50-pound difference between me and him.
He's a machine.
Yeah, well, Buzz will look at me and he'll be like, all right, you're up. Okay. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna try this. He's like, oh, you're gonna try this. Well, trying, you can just go home. If you're just gonna try, you're gonna do it.
Right.
That's
a good
he's
point.
motivated.
But
it's a good time.
But tell us about both. question. Tell us about the mental discipline it takes to achieve this.
Mentally, it's
Because your body always tells you,
Yeah.
oh, you're too tired to get the last one and so forth.
like mentally, it's tough. It's either you're gonna do it and enjoy the process, or you're gonna break. You know, there's times that I would get up in the morning time to do cardio with nothing at all. Like I didn't even want to do it.
Right.
But mentally, I'm like, I have to do this because if I don't, I can't say I gave 100%. You know?
Yeah.
Or and then like mentally, I might want to eat other foods, or I might want to, hey, I'll rack the bar at 7 reps when I know I had 10. But if I do that throughout that whole process, I can't say I give 100%. And to me, I'm more like, I personally won't enter the gym and train unless I know I'm giving 100%. Other than that, there's no point. To me, it's more like give.
You feel like you're cheating yourself.
Yeah, to me, it's more like give all or don't even do it. So I wouldn't waste my own time.
And Garrett, I got to believe that since you've taken over this establishment, you guys are making some improvements already. But you guys went into this because it's a passion that you guys love doing it, and you like being around weights and training people and training yourselves. And this is like a passion, not just a. I know you have another job, but someday you want to make this probably your only job, and this is the passion that you have.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's like you were talking about the mental aspect of it. Mental toughness is like a universal language. You can apply it to anything. And what better realm to do that? You know, not everybody is always having the chance to, you know, get to play sports, start at things. So this is a chance, no matter who you are, what you do, you can come in, clean slate, be taught how to, you know, learn discipline, learn, you know, overcoming adversity.
And we're talking male or female.
Absolutely.
Right.
Anybody can come in, anybody can try it, and it's solely based on you. So you can transfer that mental toughness into the rest of your life, whether it's your job, your business, your family, that giving it your all and pushing it.
Can Mike do it?
Mike has one.
I think so. I think he's doing it right
I
now.
had open heart surgery in 2010.
Oh.
I had 6 bypasses. And one of the things that helped me get back was, before I was doing that, believe it or not, when I was still working as administrator, I used to come here 3 days a week in the morning, working out with Jake Scott. And you know Jake very well. You
Absolutely.
know the gym. And you know how he does the wall sets and all that lifting and stuff. And when the doctor had done sewing me up, 2 days later, he came in to talk to me, and he goes, "You work out." I said, "How do you know?" He goes, "When we pulled the vein, here's some of the marks. They pulled the vein from your leg." He goes, "One of the strongest veins we ever saw. We just use it for all your bypasses." So yeah, you know, you're right. And it doesn't matter what age you are. I'm not going to look like you two, but just to keep yourself in shape is important, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tell us about these things.
These,
Yeah. I mean, all different events, or
yeah.
tell me about this. This is a big sucker right there, man.
I got that one at the North Coast.
This year, 2019,
Yeah,
right? North
yeah.
Coast Championship, men's bodybuilding, overall champ.
Yeah.
Overall champ means what?
Basically, what they do is they take each class. You have the middleweight, the lightweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweights. So they take the first place winners of all those classes, they combine that into one class. Then whoever wins that gets the overall.
So
Where was that one at?
North Coast.
North Coast would be exactly where.
Oh, that's
His dad's looking at didn't do good geography. He's like, what?
Kent State. Yeah.
And 2-day event, 1-day event? One day event.
Yeah, it was funny, but I really didn't even plan on winning that. And
You do well when you're not planning on winning.
yeah. Well, to me, I was looking at like a lot of the guys, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take a second place. I'll be fine getting just the first place and not getting that overall. But then when we were out there on stage, we was like posing and everything, I kept telling myself, hey, I'm up here just as well as these other guys are up here, you know?
You said posing. So I got to ask you, because I've seen this stuff on TV once in a while. You practice posing like you
Yes.
do anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's an art.
well, to me, I see it more like, you know, you can't do anything and say, hey, I'm great at it, and just normally do it. Like, you have your natural talent. But the natural talent, I guess another guy has natural talent. Now, one of these guys has to do something a little bit more to gain some edge. So, in order to learn these poses and do them like really good, you have to practice. So, say if I'm in a certain pose and I'm holding my pose for 5 minutes, and I can hold that pose all day. And say another guy can only hold it for 3 minutes and he's shaking. they're gonna score me better than that other guy over there.
Yeah, told my wife I was going to interview you guys. I might take this home. What do you think? I say to my wife, you know, Antonio thinks I can.
That might be sleeping in bed with her, and you might be on the couch. Which one's from Chicago? Didn't you go to Chicago?
Yeah. I'd be the one in the front.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Because I saw a lot of live feed and tape
09? That 09?
2019.
19. That's just
from your wife, and her and your stepson are big supporters of you.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that feel actually
Yeah,
having
good
those
question.
two
Yeah.
really supporting you? Because you work out with your wife a lot.
Yeah.
Now you can tell everybody who your wife
and
is.
that's how I
Stacy.
yeah, and that's
Stacy.
how I met Stacy and Antonio here about 3 weeks ago and said, let's do a show.
Yeah.
So you tell us about your family.
Well, so like to me, I feel like, as far as like all the trophies go, I actually like one. I like this one the most because one, I got pro out of this one versus these ones here. But also, as soon as I walked off stage, my son was right there.
Right.
You know, and like with him being right there, we're hugging it out. You know, he's like, "Dad, you made it. We did it." So, dude.
And that was a big one too.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better than that, is
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
You talk about a natural high, there it is, correct?
Yeah, because me, I feel like, you know, because like, you know, you have certain people that be like, you know what, I live like a family life when I live this life over here. But to me, when my wife and my son are both there, that's one life. I'm not crossing over. There's no, oh, I'm in the gym, I'm over here, now I'm playing with the Legos or whatever else, whatever. If you can combine that all into one, that's greatness.
And doesn't it give you more motivation also with their support?
Yeah.
I mean, same way with you, with your wife. You guys both run this up here.
Well, not just
Same
that,
way.
but Garrett's going to have a little one soon that he's going to be able to share.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
expecting our firstborn in February, but I really couldn't.
That's a
be-
great month. I was born. Great month.
I couldn't be doing this without her. Like, you know, we're just a really good team on
Yeah.
this. You know, she can't. She's
She
training
works
right
out
now, but-
and trains people and everything too.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
she runs the business side of things, does the marketing side of things. So, I mean, it's just when you have somebody that you can work with like that, it just makes it easy. Makes it fun.
And just to get off the subject for a minute, and if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to, but on Sunday mornings when I'm down here, sometimes I see a young lady, younger girl. Who's that?
That'd be my cousin.
Okay, that's a very pretty young lady, but she does a nice job here too when you guys can't make it.
Oh yeah, she does. It's good to have family support when you know you got to go away for drill or something
Yeah.
like that. So
And then you got Brenda, who's been here forever. She does a good
Absolutely.
job.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to what's this one? This one looks like the Stanley Cup. So what is this one?
Let's see what we got here. Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah,
Overall classic. So,
this is 2019 also. It's a heck of a year for you.
yeah.
This year.
Won 3 and 3, all first place.
So on this one here now, when you win this, like doing hockey, right, Ed? A little champagne in here, a little.
I don't drink, so
Okay.
that wouldn't.
Of course, milk.
Yeah.
Milk.
Or no, what? It's
Muscle
muscle,
milk?
milk,
Muscle-
protein,
Protein shake.
Well, let's get into that a little bit. There's been some controversy about protein shakes and muscle milk not really being good for you. What do you guys stand on it?
Honestly, to me, easy answer. To me, I feel like anything at a high dose is not good for you. You can take water, for example. You drink too much water, that's not good for you. So as long as you're taking certain things at the right dose, it's going to be good for you.
Garrett?
yeah, in my opinion, you have to look at it for what it is. It's a supplement for a reason. You can get everything from Whole Foods. It's essentially a convenience factor. You know, if you're not able to eat the way that you should be eating, or you know it's inconvenient, you can step in and get a supplement in. I think that people abusing it, using way too much. Back to the dosage story.
We know somebody that abused it. Kidney shut down, I think it was.
Exactly, yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, that's all he was drinking.
Yeah, because if all you're drinking is protein shakes, like, yeah, it's great to say, you know what, I can either cook, most people don't like to cook, so like either I can cook or I can make the shake. If you don't feel like it, you might make a shake, and you keep doing that, then now you're gonna have the kidneys gonna end up going to crap or other organs too. So as long as you're taking whatever product it is at the correct dose, I think you're gonna be golden.
I think I know the answer to this question. You guys jump in here and talk about this. Young people.
Yeah.
How important to them to have somebody who knows what they're doing to train them? Because like you said about, I know young people don't want, like Ed said, they want to drink all these shakes, want to eat all this kind of food. They read these magazines. And I think sometimes young people think if I eat and drink this stuff, I'm just going to get the muscle.
Well, knowing when you can put loads on a young person's back, muscles and tendons, and knowing like caffeine content, there's no age restriction. Any kid can walk into a convenience store and pick up 1,500 milligrams of caffeine and drink it.
Those energy drinks are bad.
Exactly. So, just monitoring that kind of thing. Obviously, speaking to a physician before trying anything new is important. But just having somebody who's competent, especially somebody who knows how to organize a spine, somebody who knows how to watch form, somebody who's given their undivided attention, especially at that young age, sets the tone for the rest of their life in the gym. So,
What age should young people start lifting? Some people try to lift at 10 or 11. Should they wait until 13, 14?
Me, I say 13 all day.
13.
absolutely, at least.
Yeah.
And depending on the individual, they might develop muscle tone early, and 13 is good, but they may be lagging a little bit. Might want to wait 14, and those extra 6 to 12 months would make a huge difference on their growth plates. So,
What about kids that, come in and want to lift and they say, well, I'm a baseball player. Back in the day when I was a kid, I think same with Ed, baseball players never lifted.
I'm not that old.
That was a taboo for baseball players,
Yeah.
I mean, today you watch the Major League Baseball, they're all in the gym. But back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, those great hitters, they weren't in the gym because they thought it was going to tighten them up.
Right.
Does it matter what sport kids play and how they should train?
to a degree, it does. I think strength training is a universal language. A strong body is an able body. But then again, you're going to have some sport-specific things. A cross-country runner wouldn't want to train the way Quez or I train. And,
Right.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you could speak to
Either
that.
track or field.
Yeah, because me, for example, like there's plenty guys that are like, oh, he could probably throw a ball really far. And I'm like, cool, but no, I can't. Like
It's hard to you scratch your back, isn't it?
Because of my lats, so I can only pop back that far. That ball is not getting launched that far. So to me, I feel like if you're gonna play a certain sport, you should live for as that sport goes. So like you might be a baseball player and only doing certain movements, while a basketball player might be doing other movements.
And that's, with you saying that is when we were lifting at the gym, you would tell me to do certain things compared to you because you knew I wasn't trying to be
Exactly.
built like
Yeah,
that. I was
yeah.
just trying to stay in shape.
Right.
So, I mean, he's right. Just, go with what your sport is.
Absolutely.
Well, even golf. I mean, Tiger started it in golfing. I mean, Tiger was the first golfer that was ripped. Now you see them all lifting in golf, and before that, nobody lifted when they played golf.
Sure.
Look at John Daly.
I think you guys would agree the core is so important in all athletics.
Yeah.
Oh,
Strong
absolutely.
core muscles.
Being able to organize your spine, being able to brace your spine, and knowing how to move, having quality mobility while bracing your spine is also important. So a lot of your big core lifts are going to take care of that: benching, squatting, deadlifting. I think you would agree with
Yeah,
that. As
definitely.
not just the accessory movements, but being able to handle load as well.
There was a time where I know in a lot of gyms throughout America, machines was the big rave and not free weights. It seems like the last 10 or 15 years, free weights is coming back in a lot of gyms and more people want to get to the free weights.
Yeah.
What is better for a person, free weights or the machines?
Depends on the person, right?
I was going to say it depends on the person, because to me, I see it more like if you're benching on a machine, your movement is restricted to that alone. Okay. But now, say if I'm doing dumbbells, which a lot of bodybuilders will actually do it like nowadays. Now, if I'm bench pressing, which is going to work mainly
Bench pressing the dumbbell.
right, it's going to work mainly my chest, but also getting a good workout on my delts too. So it all depends on the person. Like to me, I feel like if you're not as like advanced, maybe try more of the machines at first. Then as you start to learn like your way around the gym more, then you can venture out and maybe do like some dumbbells and other movements.
As well as, if you're returning from an injury, perhaps a certain range of motion, being able to restrict it to a comfortable spot, and also building symmetry. So if you're working on a squat per se, you might have 300-pound capable quadriceps and 200-pound capable hamstrings. So in order to work that, you isolate with a hamstring machine. There's a lot of strategies you can use, but exclusively, I don't think they're better.
Do you see you becoming a trainer for the young one in your family
What's that?
as your child grows up?
Yeah.
Going to be their trainer?
To me, it's more about I'm gonna do whatever that he's about. So to me, I feel like if he wants to go and like discover something about sharks, I'm afraid of water or like that. But hey, if he's into that,
You went skydiving, for goodness sake.
I'm married, so hey.
You went skydiving. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's great.
But hey, if she's into that, I gotta try
But
that.
you overcame that fear. That's awesome.
Yeah. So me, I feel like if my son is like, hey, I want to learn how to do this movement or I want to work out, fine. But to me, I'm not going to push that on him. I want him to find his own way. And whatever way that could possibly be, I want to back him up on that.
But if he chooses, he has an interest in something like a sport, but he wants to lift a little bit for that sport, you're there to help him.
Oh, yeah,
Which is
definitely.
nice.
Yeah.
And what about those two down there on that side? Let's see what those are about.
You got those?
Yeah. What's that one say?
North Coast champion.
What year is that?
Overall.
You're making me pick them up. Huh?
Yeah.
North Coast championship, first
What year is
place.
that?
Light heavyweight. 2019, both of
Oh,
them.
that's right. Yes, that's wow.
So got first place in classic and in bodybuilding.
Is
and,
this-
and overall for
Is this the best year you've had?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I failed a lot. So me is like,
Wow, that's a great answer.
but I'm
Great
being,
answer. I love
Good
that
motivator.
answer.
but I'm being
No, but you don't succeed until you fail.
right. Like
Right.
I'm being serious because most people are afraid to fail, but
That's
to me I feel
exactly
like
right.
if I'm pushing myself as much as possible, then I fail. Somewhere in there, I learned, okay, I'm not going to do this, or I was really good minus that factor. So it's always going to be I learned this or I learned that.
No.
So, what were you going to say?
When you say you fail and everything, do you go back? Does Stacy actually sit there and film you so you can watch yourself later?
Yeah, that.
Yells at him. No, I'm just kidding.
That or like to me, I might know like, hey, I might have lost points in this aspect. Honestly, yeah, I might have lost a lot of points from my legs, for example. My upper body is a little bit bigger, so when it comes to me being on stage, I would actually have to cut down and make middleweight when my body type is more structured for like heavyweight. But I would have to make middleweight just to be a balance. So to me, I got tired of doing that. So I said, you know what? I'll put more size on my quads and hamstrings and calves. So now I can come in and true light heavyweight.
And in Major League Baseball, if you're 1 for 3 all the time, that's 300. You make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So I mean, you failed 2 times, you got 1 hit. So that just tells you that, like you said, you're gonna fail. You're
Right.
gonna fail no matter what you do. And that's probably why my little commentary here. But that's why I don't like where we're going with youth sports. Where everybody gets some medals. It's okay. I don't like that. I'm a big proponent is you win, you get the medal. You don't win, you don't earn the medal. Work hard so you get it the next time. So then you appreciate it more.
Yep.
That's right.
You know, that's right. If you're just giving things away, and then when you do sit, like if you just got this every time you competed, you would have said, "What do I got to work hard?"
Honestly, yeah. Like to me, I feel like if I'm doing my cardio, my working out, not really eating much food because I'm about to get on stage. Next thing you know, I take first place and the guy take 5th place. We coming home with the same trophy. I'm like,
What am I working hard for?
I'm like, hey, I could have ate the cheeseburger then,
Exactly, and that's kids have to learn that.
Yeah.
But I also really like what you guys said about failing. Kids have to understand it's okay to fail if you try the best you can.
Right.
But after you fail, then you got to work harder so you succeed the next time.
Yeah.
Not just say, "Oh, I failed, I'm going to give up." So many people in our society, when they fail, when they come into your gym, I'm sure they might work out for you for 2 weeks and say, "It's too hard." Well, the first month or 2 months is going to be very hard, right?
Absolutely.
But you got to get over that. You have to understand you're going to have pain, right? You have to understand.
Well,
you're
hopefully
gonna have
not pain, but
Well, discomfort.
a healthy discomfort.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because really, it was first 10 minutes I was in his class, and I'm thinking like, hey, I personally ready to walk out of here. It was rough.
I did body pump one time at the Y, and I lasted. I'm telling you, these girls were kicking my butt. I went to go walk downstairs. I thought I was going to fall. I mean, I finished, but I tell you what, those girls they kicked my butt.
Yeah.
So-
It's just tough whenever you're taking certain classes because like I might be used to the bodybuilder training aspect, but then whenever I link up with Garret here and he's like, hey, we got this class going on, let's try this out. I'm like great because one, it's about working out and I might be able to use other muscles.
And it's a challenge.
Right, so I'm gonna try it out. I did, I'm like, wow, I was right, I'm using other muscles, but So it's tough, but it was great.
Yeah, that's a good point too. To experience different challenges is
Yeah.
okay. You know, we talked about mental discipline. What about the other side of how important it is to work out? Doesn't it sharpen your mind?
Oh, absolutely. I'd say the feeling you get after accomplishing something is just something you should feel at least every day. You know, in the gym, that's one place to get it, but if you start your day like that, that sets the tone for a day of victories. And I'd say there's countless studies out there that you can find saying, you know, exercise has mental benefits. I mean, and I don't know, I'm sure you're the same way. You miss a workout, you're like not feeling it that day, kind of frustrated.
To me, I can have a bad lift, and it could possibly throw off my whole mood for a couple of days. Or to me, I might have a bad lift around 3 o'clock, and just be like, you know what, I can accept that. So I might come back in here 5:30 or so. He's like, dude, weren't you just here? I'm like, yeah, but I gotta fix this. So I'm back in doing the same body part, but I'm working better. My mind's more focused, and yeah, I feel 10 times better.
What about the health aspect? I've read and heard that people like yourselves that are in great shape, work out for it, are less inclined to get sick. Is that true? Like colds and flus and stuff? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Most people?
Just carrying healthy, lean tissue around, you're going to have a stronger immune system. Your body's going to process the foods that you eat more efficiently. So you get a little bit more leeway, even if you tend to make some less than healthy choices. But usually when you leave the gym, you're in that mindset, I'm going to make quality choices, fuel my body up the right way, pay myself back for what I just did. Benefits go on and on.
So that would mean then no pizza at night, right? No pizza at night, or is it okay to eat pizza at night? Like 5,
Can you eat
6
ice
o'clock?
cream?
Ice
Do
cream?
I eat ice cream?
Yeah, is ice cream out?
You're talking to Garret.
Both of you.
Both of
Yeah,
you.
he's talking to you.
Oh, I mean, like, can you eat those things? You know what? You don't need to get on a diet that makes you want to lose your mind. I mean, there's
That's a good
I see
like
some people who've done that now.
Like realistically, it's about making these long-term changes. You could get on a plan that's like 50% of the worst foods you've ever ate, and the other 50%, you know, just slamming protein shakes and supplements, and that's not going to last. You know, even professional bodybuilders, I'm sure you guys cycle off that really intense diet. You know, you're not able to continue that for a long time, but when you're eating, it's not just for weight loss. You're eating to maintain healthy body function, you're eating to hydrate, you're eating to refuel those stores. But again, if you're gonna enjoy something once in a while, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, well, because me, I see it more like, you know, it's a lifestyle. You
Right.
know, it's not like, okay, I got winter time and then that's going to be over, like a season. It's a lifestyle. So, like, yeah, do I have a pizza here and there? Yeah, I do, but I'm not going to have that Monday through Friday. Like, you know, I'm a human just like all of us here. So it's like, hey, if I want a burger or fries or something like that, yeah, I'm going to have that. But the difference is I'm not eating that every day, you know?
Yeah, that's good. That's a mental discipline.
Yeah, your nutritional layout, it's not just a snapshot, it's a landscape. You know, you can look at what you did in one day, but it matters what you did all month, really. It's like leading up to that. Are you a habitual diet breaker? Do you habitually get your fruits and vegetables in?
How important is it when people are working out, so they're in your class or lifting with you, to be hydrated, to drink water a lot and so forth? Is that important?
Oh, absolutely. It's crucial that you stay hydrated. It's essentially the first, how do I want to say this? In order for everything to be functioning, you know, at a high level, you need to be adequately hydrated.
Right.
It affects your thinking, it affects your performance, it affects your mood. So,
How does it do that?
well, I mean, there's hormones that. I'm sorry. I just got scrambled there a little bit.
That's okay.
You know, how does it do that? Essentially, being properly hydrated, your joints are going to be lubricated, your organs are going to be lubricated, your nervous system is going to be functioning, firing properly. Water flow equals blood flow. Blood flow means everything is getting delivered to where it needs to go.
So you drink a lot when you're
Yeah.
working out.
Yeah.
You drink a lot of water anyway?
I'm going to try to stick around maybe two gallons of water. Maybe,
Okay.
Yeah.
He brings 1 whole gallon down when he works out.
Same with you guys, you drink a lot of water too?
Yeah, I'd say a gallon to 2 gallons a day.
Wow. See, at my age, I can't drink too much at night. I'd be up every minute of the night. But, so it is important.
Absolutely.
So, is water better for young people too than like Gatorade and everything else they want to drink during their workouts? It doesn't matter.
Me personally, I feel like it's weird because like now whenever you have Gatorade, for example, you have Gatorade, but also it has other things in there. You know, but then whenever you have water, it's pure form. So it's like saying, do you want something really pure, or do you want to take something that has like the vitamins in it, but also it has like the sugars too?
Right,
So
that's-
it's kind of
Troy Polamalu would always drink water. He would not even touch Gatorade because it has some of the sugars and stuff.
Once you get Gatorade
and a lot
Zero.
of people actually still get cramps from drinking Gatorade. But water, you know,
Yeah.
doesn't really, you know, you're less likely to get cramps
Right.
when you're out there doing something.
yeah.
What's the biggest misconception about people working out?
People think
Do they look
that,
at these trains like, probably
Yeah.
not to your face. But
well, like to me, I feel like a lot of people think that they're gonna get the goals like tomorrow. So
it's the kind of society we are right now.
yeah, but to me, with saying that, that's why to me I would approach any guy in his gym. They could ask me anything, and I would still answer that question and more. Hey, yeah.
How long did it take you to get these? How many years have you worked?
When I started bench pressing, with a bar and 2 weight clamps. There's no weights on that bar. A bar and 2 weight clamps.
He was skinny when he was a kid. He was
Yeah.
I know, I remember.
Yeah, so to me, it took a long time. It took a lot of me being stubborn. I was failing a lot at even lifts. But to
So
me,
what turned your stubbornness around to where you saw the light and said, I want to get better?
when to me, I kind of just realized if I put my mind to it, I think this can actually happen. So with saying that, I have to do more of the research on it. I have to read more things. I have to find out, hey, if I weigh X amount, how many grams of protein do I need? How much carbs do I need? How much fat do I need?
And you started changing your lifestyle then,
Yes.
going down a different
Yes,
path,
yes.
which ended up being successful, obviously.
Yeah.
What made you do that?
Because to me, I felt like, you know what, I personally want to make myself proud, but also want to make my family proud, want to make my son proud. I wanted my son to be able to go to school and brag like, hey, that's my dad.
Yeah.
You know? Because to me, I feel like that's a good feeling, you know?
Yeah, it is.
They get the whole sidewalk to walk together when they come down. Everybody else goes on the other side.
Smart people, no? No, so your son, big influence in your life.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because like
You know what's funny? I gotta interrupt you for a second. It's not funny, but it's amazing. Because some people, when their child shows up and they're not having success right away, they walk away.
yeah.
You chose, I'm not walking away. This is my child, and I'm gonna make him proud of his dad. I'm gonna bust my butt and go down this path.
Right. Yeah.
That's
because,
awesome.
because to me, one, it's a path that it's like, wow, you made it that. Like to me, yeah, one, Meadville is small.
Yeah.
But then to be in Meadville and say, hey, I'm a pro.
Yeah,
That says a lot because then it's like, hey,
It does.
you don't have to go to these big places
That's right.
and then be like, hey, I made it here in this state of God's sake, like, you know. And then to me, that teaches my son, like, hey, whatever you want to be in life, you can be that.
if you work at it. That's
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
teaching
yeah.
your son. You're teaching him a work ethic.
Yeah, because like he's seeing me, and it's
Yep.
funny because like I would go to the gym and he'd say, "All right, Dad, have fun. I love you." And to me, I'm like, I'm about to go lift these weights right now. You know,
Yeah.
my calories are gonna be kind of low. This really isn't fun, but son, I get what you're saying. like, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah,
That's neat. So he pushes you.
yeah, it does.
That
it
is
does.
cool. Garrett, what keeps motivating you?
I'd say,
'Cause you look like you're very self-motivated. which is-
yeah, I'd say my wife and just,
How'd you guys meet?
well, kind of a funny story. She actually worked for me. I was in a situation that was making me very unhappy, completely uprooted, and gave like a brand new life a shot. Started from like, we lived in probably the smallest, junkiest apartment you could find in Erie County,
Okay.
and joined the Air Force. Had that wonderful opportunity, and we've just been chasing this
She
dream.
joined too, right?
Yeah, we're in the same unit together.
Right.
We've been chasing this dream since we got together, and it's like anything worth having is worth eating dirt for. And it's been about 4 years we've been trying to figure this out, and it finally came to fruition. It's been pretty fun so far. So.
Yeah, you know, and there's a good example of getting successful from starting at the bottom. Right?
Absolutely.
You guys in your own different ways, but both of you. You know, you didn't start being a bodybuilder right away. You went through some failure. Your son comes on the scene and you say, I want this guy to be proud of me, man.
Yeah,
And you found the avenue of powerlifting. You're a professional. There's an example of your hard work right there.
Thank you.
But what I like though is more important than those things, because you said to me off camera, you put those at your mom's house?
Some, yeah.
Some at your mom's house. But more important than those things is that little man you have in your house, correct? That's
Yeah.
your biggest trophy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I can tell how much you love him, which is great. Garrett, you and your wife are expecting in February. That's going to be your best prize you'll have.
Oh, we're thrilled to pieces. He's already got his own little bicycle.
boy,
weight
then.
set. Yeah, he is.
It's a boy.
Get the name picked out?
We do, but I'm gonna keep it
That's
quiet
fine.
for now.
That's fine. That's good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than being a parent.
Yeah, it changed our thinking immediately. I mean,
It does.
Oh, wait, it's
boosted-
going to change again once that little bugger's born, too. You're going to be like, wow, I'm telling you, the love that you have between you and your wife is totally different.
It is, and it honestly
You're right.
boosted our motivation more than we knew it would. It
You're
was
not
like,
going to have much sleep, either one of you, for a long time.
we don't sleep much anyway,
Oh,
so
okay. That's good.
we're ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it does. Questions then?
The only thing I would say is, what would you guys tell young kids that want to pursue anything? What would you tell them? What's the best advice you could tell them?
I would personally say find out as much information you can possibly find out about it. Like, if you want to do something in life, you got to be really fascinated by it, that on a Friday night, while most people are doing any other thing, that's what you're doing because that's what you want to do. You know, so to me, it's like if you want to play a certain sport or do anything, find out the ins and outs about it. Practice it. Learn that, hey, it's okay if I fail, try it again, and just stay focused.
Yeah, I'd really piggyback on that and just say whatever you want to do, go and do it. And, you know, whatever you got going on now, you might think it's better than taking a risk, but take the risk, go do what you want to do, and you'll be all better for it. So.
Well, I can say this, Antonio, because I knew you a long time ago when you were a youngster roaming the halls.
Yeah.
I, for one, am very proud of you.
Thank you.
I really am. You've accomplished a lot in your life. You're going to accomplish a lot more. You know what I'm most proud of you? This is nice, but I'm more proud of the man you became.
Thank you.
Yep.
You know, you have a family, the love and attention you've given your son, the respect and caring you're giving your wife. To me, that is the most important thing.
Thank you.
To me, you know, because everything else is, you know, superficial in a sense. I mean, these are trophies, but your son is a real life breeding trophy.
Yeah.
And you're spending time and you want to make sure he's positive. Garrett, the
You
same
know, if
thing.
I could speak to that,
Yeah.
my wife and I are in here, you know, we're both working another job, and we're both doing this full time. We're here about 100 hours a week, and we're up on this wall painting and stuff, and Quez walks by, and he's just talking to us. He's like, what are you guys doing tonight? I was like, we get out of here, and we got to go grocery shopping, get ready for the next day. And you could just see it on our face, like it's been a long day. And then a couple minutes later, he showed up with a gift card to a restaurant and said, you guys are great, go out to dinner, enjoy a night on me. And it's like, that's Quez's character right there.
Yeah.
So,
You know, and that's a great thing about you too, and that's good. And again, the role model you are for your son is, and you and your wife are for your son is what it's all about. And that's great. And Gary, you know, you're going to be the same, you and your wife as parents. I see the work ethic you two have. Now, you know, I knew you guys were in the military. Then I found out you were working a job too, and you here also. Yeah, you guys probably work about 20 hours a day. You're making improvements here. That says a lot about your character too, and your wife's character. So, you know, it's great getting to know you two, but, you know, big bonus for Meadville community having them here. wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As soon as I came in here, I met these guys. I was wow. I was like, wow, this is home.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this gym is home.
Yeah.
So I told them, hey, you don't have to kick me out. And yeah, but really, like this is guaranteed my home gym. This is where I'm comfortable at. This is home. This is where I'm training at. I'm training here for my next show, so it's coming up.
When is your next show?
Next show is going to be in May. It's going to be the Pittsburgh show.
2020, May 2020. Pittsburgh show. Where's the Pittsburgh show held down there?
Let me see the address. I think it's 41.
Is it
41.
a gym down in Pittsburgh area?
No, it's at a place. I forgot the name of it, but there's a nice place down there. They always have shows at
Is it like down where the
downtown.
downtown Pittsburgh? Is it anywhere near Heinz Field or PNC Park? Or
Yeah.
where? Oh, okay. Same area. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful area down there.
It's
You got the
nice.
Carnegie Science Center. You got all that stuff down there.
You're gonna have me down there too.
Yeah.
On stage.
There we go. And we want you bring home another one of these. Too.
I'm gonna try, man. That's the plan, you know.
And Garrett, you and I talked off camera a little bit. You guys are still making improvements down here.
Oh, absolutely. We're just getting started doing what we can, and just going to keep it rolling. So you can expect more good stuff in the future.
Get as much done as you can before that baby's born, huh?
Yeah.
Move the baby.
You got some help, right?
You know,
Easy stuff?
you know, it's
Why
cool
not?
though when your son is old enough to start crawling and walking. What a great place for him to run around and around.
Yeah,
Get him around
exactly.
there running around, it'd be great. You know, and having a kid around too makes people smile all the time. It's amazing when you see kids, you just smile.
Yeah.
You know, what I love about kids is kids are awesome a lot. You know, before they get to teenagers, they're not judging, they're just happy. You know, if something happens when they get to be teenagers for a while, I always said when kids get to be 13 to 19, common sense leaves the brain. I always felt that way. I don't know where it goes, but it's gone. And then when they get older, you know, I have two daughters who are in their 30s now, but we used to bicker a little bit when they were teenagers, and now we're best friends. You know, we were friends there, but they question, you know, kids are, you question things. And now it's kind of interesting. So you guys have done well. We're very proud of you again, being a Meadville alum,
Yeah.
which is great.
So, Garrett, what's your hours of operation?
Yeah, good question.
So,
Because you downstairs, you have an
No.
after hours gym.
No, we
No.
we
You're
actually
closing that
don't.
down?
Yeah, that's
That's gone.
yeah, that's gone. But right now we're open Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday we're 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Sunday we're open 8 to 2 p.m. 9 to 2 p.m.
Now, you guys looking at those hours, what I mean by that is you tracking them where you might make adjustments either way down the road?
Yeah, us only being here 6 months and being here during
Right.
the slow season, we've captured a little bit of what we think's going on, and you know we're paying attention, seeing what we're gonna have to do, and we'll probably make some tweaks down the line. So.
And of course, if you're at my age, like many of us older senior citizens are, you get to join the gym for free,
No.
correct? With the
With the
Thanks,
silver
Quez.
so
sneakers.
if you're a Silver Sneakers participant, people can come here,
Absolutely.
right? And then I'm sure you have different rates for how people want to join, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. What do you
Yeah,
have?
absolutely. And
Memberships.
we participate in the Silver and Fit as well as the Silver Sneakers
What's that?
program. It's essentially the same thing, just offered through different insurance
Oh, okay.
agencies. So
If you have any questions, come down here and ask you or your wife or Brenda, who's ever at the window.
absolutely.
You get help. Used to be at a body firm for many years. Ed, you and I know that's been a body firm after it was the disco.
Yeah.
I used to work out down at the disco
Yeah.
dance and stuff back then. I was good.
Razzies, huh?
That was good. I was a good dancer. That was good. But then again, you know, I was 22 in 1975.
Before our time, bro.
Yeah, well, but anyway, then we came to a body firm. Why the name change? And
We
what is the
wanted-
name?
The name's Keystone Strength. We wanted something our brand.
Sure.
And when my wife and I were at technical training for the Air Force in Texas, we're like, man, we really miss Pennsylvania, and we just love everything about Northwestern PA. And the architecture reference, you know, your fitness being the keystone of how you live your entire life,
Right.
the attitude, the lifestyle. So,
So someday a new sign out front.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe a picture of me.
Yeah,
Oh, is that
picture
what
of
it
you.
was?
I work out here, right?
Yeah.
Quez works on it. And the other thing, Quez, he loves it here. And he came from John McClain, but maybe forgot how much snow we get.
Yeah, tons, right?
All right, gentlemen. Well, Garrett, thanks for coming on. Antonio, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
For Ed, this is Mike. Thanks for watching Sports Close Up on Armstrong, your neighborhood channel.